Alrighty, welcome to my little Caravan tutorial. My first couple of times attempting Caravan in Fallout New Vegas, even after reading the rules, I was completely lost. They make a valiant effort to explain them in the note they give you about the Caravan rules, but even in the note they're mildly confusing at best. Seeing it in action is much more helpful, I'm assuming, as well as hearing someone explain it to you. Caravan's an excellent way to make a few extra caps in this game if you know what you're doing, so that's kind of why I'm having this. And then the goal is simple in the game. You form 3 caravans that sell once their value is between 21 to 26. Once all 3 caravans sell, at the same time to either player, the one with 2 or more wins. The game starts with each of you setting up all 3 of your caravans and then continues from there. You can only play on the caravans once all 3 of them are down. Like, you couldn't put down one caravan, make it 26, start the next caravan, go from there. They all have to be down before you can start playing on your caravans. Once you start a caravan, the cards you play are either going to be higher or lower than the first one. The second card you play in a caravan chooses whether that direction is higher or lower. Say you start a caravan with a 5. If you play a 6 on it, the direction just became higher, and if you play a 4, the direction just became lower. All the subsequent cards have to follow that direction. The exception to that rule, when it comes to the number cards, is a card of the same suit. The direction can be ignored if the card you want to play is the same suit as the one on the bottom. Like, say you played a 3 of hearts, and the next card you play is an 8 of spades. You could play a 7 of spades on the 8 of spades, and then change the direction from higher to lower. Once all that's said, the game's actually rather simple in concept. It sounds more complicated than it really is. You match suits or continue the chain until you're above 21 and below 26. Aces are low, and face cards have no value, but are more like fuck you cards. Face cards can be played on either player's caravan, regardless of who controls it. Let's actually start talking about what the cards do. We'll start with the Joker. Joker's the asshole. Play it on any number card you play it on removes every instance of that number from play, aside from the one you play it on. If it's played on an ace, it removes every card of the same suit as that ace from every caravan except the one it's played on. King, double the value of whatever you play it on. If you play it on a 4, that 4 becomes an 8. If you put another king on top of that, it becomes a 12. Queens reverse the direction of a caravan, which is actually kind of helpful. So if it's going from low to high, if you put a queen down, it would be going from high to low. And basically, that's that. Going on to jacks. You place a jack on any card, it removes that card from play, as well as any face cards that are attached to it. So if someone had that same 4 with the 2 kings on it, you could put the jack on that 4. That 4 and both kings are now removed from play. And now, I'm actually going to show you how to make a deck that's pretty effective, and the deck consists of both jokers. So we're going to put both those jokers on the deck. Just add both those cards, as well as all the kings. Okay, all the queens, all the jacks. Okay, then we're also going to start with all 4 nines. All 4 8s, all 4 7s, and finally all 4 6s. Okay, now there's a couple of reasons I made this deck this way. First and foremost, it's 30 cards, which is the bare minimum for Caravan. You can't have a deck with less than 30 cards. Having all those face cards in there gives you plenty of opportunities for harassment, and since the deck's so small, every card you pick up is going to be helpful. 9, 8, 7, 6, any combination of those 3, high to low, low to high, adds up to 21 or higher every single time. So, basically, you'll win the game really quickly, you'll have plenty of opportunities to deny the opponent from winning, and they give you every card you need just from the start. First time you talk to Joe Cobb about Caravan, he just gives you the whole deck. So I'm going to play through a practice game now just to give you a feeling for how it actually works in action. And by the end of that, you'll be a Caravaneer. Okay. So basically, like I said before, we're going to have to start all 3 caravans first. So I'm going to put down a 9 here. I'm going to put 7. And then another 7. The reason I did that is so I can keep the 8 in my hand. Okay, I'm going to play a king on that 9 to make it an 18. So there you go. That's how the king doubles. And then I'm going to put a 6 on top of that. 24. That caravan's done, unless he beats a 24. What we're going to do is we're going to take that jack and remove his 10. So you see how the jack does that. And that 22 just went down to a 12, so I can easily win that caravan now too. And I'm going to use my other king there, make that a 14. Finally, I'm going to use it to double his to show you how you can harass with a king. Turn that 8 into a 16. He's now 34, so he's over the 26 and can't take that caravan unless he removes it, giving me the chance to win it right there. Now I just got to worry about the last one. I can put an 8 right there. In fact, I have a 9 in my hand right now, so game's about to end. There you go. I won all 3 caravans. Quick as that. As you play through the game in Fallout New Vegas, every merchant you run into, collect the 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9, and the face cards from every casino that you can. Just buy it off of them, because a 30-card deck is good in the beginning, but later on, the NPCs harass you the same way I was just harassing him, so you'll need more cards in your deck so you can actually have longevity. It's a trade-off. Smaller decks, you get the cards you need, but larger decks, you can actually have the staying power to play a full game against better opponents in this. Alright, so that's how to play Caravan. Hopefully that helped some people.